it's Ashley with CourtReserve. Welcome. We are so glad you are here. Today I'm going to walk you through some basic organization setup. It's really important that you go in and start setting up and learning how to use the CourtReserve platform. So let's get started. Settings, and we see organization settings here at the top. Click on General and add your organization name, phone number, address, city, state, and postal code. You'll also want to make sure and choose your date and currency format and your time zone. The other thing I think is important is the member email optional box. You will want to have email optional because you will have some members that won't have email, and we can set them up with a username and password. Know that your members cannot share emails in CourtReserve, so this is a great box to check. Make sure you scroll all the way to the bottom and click Save. Let's go back to Settings. Next, we're going to set up System Users. System users are your admins, sub-admins, and instructors. It's very easy to set them up by creating a green button, first name, last name, email, and then you get to choose the permissions that you want this particular sub-admin or instructor to be able to do and access in CourtReserve. Next, we'll go back to Settings and Hours of Operation. This, of course, is the hours of operation for your organization. You can even mark that you are closed on certain days of the week. If you choose to set the first time, you can click this button, mark other days as current day, and then every day will populate as the same time as your first date. Let's go back to Settings and go back up to the top and go to Email Settings. This is the email that will be replied to for all of the emails that go out of CourtReserve for court reservations and event registrations. So if your members get an email, you will want to make sure that this is an organizational email that will see that they have replied to your confirmation out of the system. Let's go back to Settings. Now it's time to set up our courts. First, we need to make sure that we have our court types set up. We already have some defaulted for you, but feel free to add additional courts that fit your organization type. Now let's go to Settings and add all of the courts. Now, when you get a CourtReserve account, you already have 4 courts that are in the system already. You can go in and edit those courts, or you can delete them and start from scratch. It's easy to create a court by simply clicking the green button. Now, let's go back to Settings and go down and make sure the instructors are set up correctly. Again, this takes you back to the System Users button. We also have all kinds of YouTube videos that will take you through each one of these setup processes if you need additional help. Let's go back to Settings. You can see there's a general theme here. Anytime you need to find something, go back to Settings. Okay, let's move down to Reservation Settings, and you need to set up your reservation types. So for instance, tennis, singles and doubles, or how about a private lesson? Pickleball, maybe you have bocce courts, or maybe you have paddle courts, or maybe you let your members play racquetball. It's easy to set up reservation types, and of course, we have a YouTube video that goes into more detail about this. Pretty self-explanatory. Now we'll go back to Settings and make sure that you come down and go set up some event settings or event categories. Click this button and make sure that you set up all of the great event categories that you will be having in the future. For instance, maybe you're going to have some cardio tennis events, or some junior clinics, or maybe some round robins or some pickleball clinics. Now we'll go back over to Settings and we'll scroll down. It's important that you set up your welcome page and upload your logo. So go to Portal Settings, Welcome Page. This is important because your members will see this every time they log into the system. So you can add pictures, policies and procedures, anything you'd like your members to see on the welcome page. Now we need to go back to Settings and make sure that you scroll down to Portal Settings and upload your logo for your organization. This is important. Let me show you where this is located. Once I go over to the member portal, I see that my organizational logo is here. These, of course, are global announcements. And then here's my welcome page. So now let's go back over when we click the blue admin button and go back to settings and scroll down and talk about how your members get into the CourtReserve platform. There are two ways. The first way is the import. Simply ask us for the import template and it will guide and direct you of the information that we need in order to import your members into the CourtReserve platform. We definitely need the basic information of first name, last name, and email. Or you can use the sign up form. So go to Portal Settings, Sign Up Form, and click and make the information that you would be requiring on your sign up form. You can even add custom fields and disclosures. When you hit the green preview button, this would be all of the information that you are asking your new members to fill out before they get an account in your CourtReserve platform. So once we go back to settings, we'll scroll down to the bottom and you can see widgets. These are tiny bits of code that allow you to embed your scheduler or maybe your events list in your website. We will go over that in onboarding. But again, at the bottom are billing settings. If you are going to do batch billing or maybe take payments within CourtReserve, you can go ahead and schedule a call with us, or we can talk about that on the onboarding training as well. Once again, if you are going to use point of sale in CourtReserve or even batch billing, you have to turn those features on in the CourtReserve platform. So you would scroll back up to the top, go back to General, and when you scroll down, you'll see those boxes, Use Batch Billing and Use Point of Sale. That is what turns those features on in the CourtReserve platform. Now don't forget, in order to get the fastest customer service ever, please feel free to email us at support@courtreserve.com, or you can simply hit us up on chat, the little green box that shows up in the bottom right hand corner. And also, when you want to learn new things about the CourtReserve system, don't forget you can come over here and click on the question mark. This leads you to our knowledge base. Our knowledge base is articles and all kinds of videos that will show you all of the great features and functionality in CourtReserve. Again, we're here to help you. So click us up on chat. Don't forget to reach out to the support team and get your onboarding training scheduled so we can help you get started with CourtReserve.